welcome everyone to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Terrapins will kick it off to get us underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And people still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Maryland's offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow, it's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Michigan State's offense will go to work for the first time today. They're going to run it to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The inside handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And
Man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Terrapins will punt this one away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wells. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
So now it's second and long. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab down the middle. There he goes. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
To the air on first down. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guy, you start to really like the offense.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Works the middle of the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have...
And he watches it for the score. Touchdown, Spartans!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The give on the option. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Going right to work up top. It's complete.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Wells. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, and how about it? Never a doubt. 4th down, you stick true to the RPO game and who you are. Hand the football off, make the right read, get the big 4th down conversion.
The Spartans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Sparty! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bacon. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, They'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on third down. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Fakes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's well. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
Finds the tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rushes on him. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The offense will quickly use a timeout. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before that.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing.
The Spartans will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes a connection. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged out of the air. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to be done.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense got him at the 27.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. And you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to test the right side with this one. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but Hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wells. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pressure coming. They got him for the sack and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short in the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Wells. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And the Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's got it. First down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Terrapins want to move quickly. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a